Hey y'all, it's me, Ren, back again for another adventure. We are back in the world of Scarlet Hollow, and we are about to start, I think it's chapter 3. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 3. I could be wrong. Because during chapter 1, we arrived in town. We made our cousin pretty cranky, but I think we've been bonding slowly. Let's go ahead and load. Yep, the end of Tuesday, so we're going to be starting in on Wednesday. Let's go ahead and see a recap before we start episode 3. Do you want to see a recap before? Yes, but just a recap of episode 2. Yes, but just a recap of episode 2. We'll see what's going on here. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask, and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset.
Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The dinner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted...
What, is he British now? Is that what I did?
And I wanted to make sure she wasn't getting into any trouble out there.
Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyway. Oh, yeah, look at this person. What the frick are they doing? Stay at home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by the sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place shut down like 100 years ago, after a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. Figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever, I'll head over there just as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. I'm somewhat adventurous. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't coal enough left. So it's actually really safe and we can hang out here wherever we want.
Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning.
My dad says our house is haunted. Oh, that's right. Ooh, okay. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. But you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Ren, are you all right? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. Yeah, we got Mousy Friend to stand up for herself. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Wake up! What you gonna wake up? Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. Yeah, it's all pretty fricked up. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Take a shower for realsies, yo. It's not the best. Oh, this doesn't keep water inside the tub when your curtains are like this. Can I at least buy you some new curtains, cuz? You step into the guest bathroom. Words are hard, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Internet, what are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? All right. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lung and soot washes down the drain, you think about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. Think about someone special, huh? Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. What do we think? I mean, if we're talking realistically, I'm probably going to be imagining the dude. I mean, it would be these top two. But I'm really curious about Wayne, too. What do we think is going on with him? I mean, the biggest mystery, like, we know exactly what happened to Duke. No, we're gonna think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. You're done here. Wash away your sins. I got an achievement for showering. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Check on the opossum. Fuck yeah. There's two of them now. Hi, buddies. Wave at them. You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. Close the dresser. You've had enough of the growing family of possums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. Look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. You saw something out of the corner of your eye there yesterday morning, and you can't help but anticipate what might be out there. You breathe a sigh of relief. Nothing's out there watching you. At least nothing you can see. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Let's see here. We'll message our group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? Y'all actually bonded with Tabitha last night? Can't wait to ghost bust. I get to meet Reese today! Exclamation point, exclamation point. 1. Send a photo of a pained old man. Oh, I guess I'll die. Morning, how you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's check the... I mean, we're here. I'm gonna look in the closet. Oh, how long were you going to have slept in this room without realizing you shared the space with that doll? Hopefully it doesn't get up and move while you're around. Oh yeah, I'm going to pick it up. Look at it. It's just a regular doll. Oh, it's got little feet on it. Aw, you pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandra. Who's Alexandra? You put it back and close the closet behind you. I did the group chat. They're fine. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Ooh, hey there, lady. Who are you? Oh, you're that lady who probably comes by and does the cleaning. I forget what your name was. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Book smart. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Aw, Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Hey, Tabitha, how's it going? Hiya, cuz. All right. Ah, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. Oh, that's right. I'm just here to do a bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie, it's just nice to finally meet you, Ren. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I guess. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you. And I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha. What with everything that... Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Oh, it's the extrovert and the introvert that they adopted. Are we having ice cream for breakfast? Hey, Tabitha, how's it going? There was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed, so I'm a little stressed. I love you, Tabitha. Let's be friends. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl, which is very much her way of showing that she loves me. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So you're coming with me. I'll meet you outside. Yay, cousin bonding time. All right, let's go. I'll meet you outside. Sure, I'll meet you outside. And given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'll probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting a match. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. Oh my gosh, I love you, Janie. Janie is Ren if Ren wore overalls. It's me. I'm Ren. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Ren, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everybody getting out of that situation all right? You should get out of town. Sorry, Tabitha, this is so mean to you. You seen any weird creatures around? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Have you seen anyone prowling around the estate? Nice meeting you, but gotta bounce. I should go. Okay. Yeah, we're doing the Kenai thing. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, well, job mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's the pastor, so a lot of my time's spent at the church and doing things for my community. Poor Daniel, he's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here. What with nobody really attending sermons. It'll probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. With everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for the offer. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. Yeah, we're coming out. Oh, that's all right. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. That door is always open.
Get out of town.
Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? I don't want to bring that up around my cuz. Have you seen anyone prowling around the estate? I'm gonna stop the two of you right there. Ren, I'm busy and not in the mood to stand around waiting while you play Nancy Drew with my cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. Alrighty then, you be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand firmly clasped around your arm. Alright, so, like, she's pushy, but honestly, I feel like I would have me on one of those backpack leashes at this point, because she's right. Every time I do anything, shit goes down. She continues to drag you all the way into her car and from there into town. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. I mean, I assume we're buying stuff at the general store. I don't really need to explore that. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine. Okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. What are you burying? It's very Hemingway of you. It worked out great for all his characters, too. And for him. Poor Kanika's really going through it, huh? Yeah, I've never been for public displays like that. Oh, I think it's healthy. I'd be losing it if my old mares, right? You enjoy scaring me, hoping to run in customers in there. I really sure now. Yeah, no, I gotta call you out on that. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. Look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Sure, I could be less stressed. But that doesn't have to do with emotions. That's just like work stuff. I don't know. So yeah, sure, I'm happy. Whatever. We're burning daylight. Come on already. There's this little shit. Oh, that's right. Sybil's Kanika's mom. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea. Herbal? Flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, y'all, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Ren, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Sounds like your daughter's pretty mad at you. Is Kanika okay? Can't I go with you? I like the tea room. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Can I have some tea? Remain silent. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both my little ones made it out okay. Simple motions for Tabitha to follow. They both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I mean, yeah, I want to try to listen in, but I'm not gonna. So, Miles. Before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, who are you, bud?
Excuse me. Wait, you're Ren, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Bo. Sorry about your dad.
The police told me you saw what happened to my daddy.
Folks don't seem to care. I can't say that. I could have saved him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. You seem to want to pin it on me. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. The police said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mom both know he ain't coming back. Mom's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, and now he's gone. And as of this morning, so's she. So I suppose I'm not going to the fair. May as well make myself useful and get out in the woods and look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Can you tell me where to look so I can try and find him?
You should let the police... I don't think you want to see him like that. Are things... You seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days?
Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though.
Is Big Betty one of your chickens?
Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty's our prize pumpkin. She's a big lady, too. I expect she was at least 200 pounds. Not too easy to moose on like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on.
It's dangerous up there. I wouldn't go poking around.
I'm a stranger what these hills have to offer. Daddy always says I wouldn't have nothing to fear so long as I learned how to use my fists, so he taught me how to do all that. These woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I learned these lessons than to go out there and find him.
He died northeast edge of town off the Asgana Trail. Your daddy was killed by ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad is going to happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens.
I ain't never heard of ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find them.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him. I don't care. It's his daddy. He's gotta go get him. The cops are nothing.
The cops are in on it. There's some weird BS going down. The cops are in on it.
These are just authentic rocks. Did you see this label? It's just authentic rocks. And fresh pickles? Pickles are, by their very nature, never fresh. They're pickled. That's the difference. A robot like that. Hooray! He died on the northeast edge of town off the Asgana Trail.
Thank you, Ren. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. Please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama.
Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. They're doing some kind of magic business. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. I still gotta make myself breakfast, but if y'all want, you can swing over. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan. I think I'm good. I just had a big fight, not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Oh, let's see. Go after Kanika, swing by Stella's, check in on Oscar, go to the diner to see Avery. Listen, we're gonna wait for Tabitha. She needs me. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best just to stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. How are your dailies going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. Read something to seem busy. You pick up the closest object, a sleeve of donuts. You pretend to be engrossed by the nutrition information. I've definitely been there. 10 milligrams of cholesterol per 4 donuts. Fascinating. Miles continues to pretend you don't exist. Oh, are you like a vampire or something? Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. Kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. I'm too scared of you to do that. Miss out on cousin bonding time? I've seen what happens when I go off and do things on my own. Family is important. I'm not just going to ditch you. No one else in this town interests me. Why would I bother with them? Family is important. I'm not just going to ditch you. That's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it into practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. We've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. I'm following her. Listen, shh. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? Yeah. Why can't we hang out somewhere normal? Here I thought the estate was your secret lair. That seems sinister. Here I thought company towns died out a century ago. It's just easier this way. Now come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in, don't worry, it's empty. Okay, what are you going to do to me, Tabitha? You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Keen eye. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. It feels like a set piece, like you've both wandered into a play, and if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. What do we want to do here? Talk about Tabitha. You try some of that tea. Is the estate stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts, pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. Wait, why am I telling you this? Stop asking all these deep questions. It's not like you care anyway. I like knowing people's deep, dark secrets. Hug Tabitha. Remain silent. Stop acting like you don't want friendship. It's not acting. If I wanted friends, I could make friends. I could reach out to Stella anytime and she would be there in a heartbeat. I just don't need that kind of thing. Friends are complicated. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of per land drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. What would you do if you weren't here? Oh, I'm sorry you never got a chance to live your own life. You could always just give the mines to me, like a trading places sort of thing. What if I moved here after everything's said and done? Who cares if the town falls to ruin? Why is that your responsibility? You should just leave. Things are bad everywhere. It probably isn't much worse. We can tell it's worse here. What if I moved here after everything's said and done? I could help around the mines. That is, if there's still a Scarlet Hollow to even move to. I'm going to say this one. Seems kind of pessimistic. Again, with that supernatural doom and gloom, there will always be a Scarlet Hollow. Do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. You don't have to live somewhere else to know if you like it here. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand, and I don't have context here. Seems hypocritical from someone who gave me a hard time for being from the city. I've heard you dunk on city folk. Are you telling me you've never even been to the city? You don't need context to know if you like living somewhere. I know I asked you earlier, but are you happy here? Be honest. Generally, no, I'm not. Do you ever get to travel? No, before I took over, Pearl Ann was too busy to take me anywhere. Then when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. Not like anyone can fill in for you when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess I'll just have to wait until I retire. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Maybe. My work never really ends, though. Can we try some of the tea you picked up? It smells nice. Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Talk about your relationship. Can't believe we're actually hanging out. Kind of an asshole? Are we really related? You're a better person than you let on. What kind of things did Pearl Ann tell you about me and my mom? All sorts of terrible things. She loved to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for Kiss Me. That's right, I named it Kiss Me. It's my hometown, Kiss Me. Mwah. You were always a poor student and a troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. Yeah. You're a better person than you let on. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Talk about your family. What do you think about Silas and those? Can you tell him about any other family members? What do you think of Silas and those other old timers? It's complicated. They built the town. They built the mine. They're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that. But they're dead. They've been dead for a long time. What was Pearl Ann like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with the personalities. Night and day, from what I've heard. Pearl Ann was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? How'd she die? Sleep apnea. Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. Leave it at that. What was your dad like? Dunno, he just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he'd lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. Does no one in this town have two parents? Hooray, another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. I'm sorry, that must have been really hard for you. Sounds like you was a real loser. Now, I gotta call back to this. Hooray, another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. I can't say I really care for this sad parents club joke you keep making, but whatever. The Scarlet women are just too strong for most men. Our moms were better off without them, I'm sure. about the people in town. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him?
Reese? Oh, yeah, that dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, gave off a weird vibe. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. See, I've got to know what's the deal with you and Stella. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? What do you think of Avery? Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Do you know Sybil well? Why'd you hire Janie? The police are really on my ass. They're not really on my ass, though. They made one weird comment, and then they haven't talked to me since. What's the deal with you and Stella? We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips. And anyway, Pearl Ann didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. And when we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Pearl Ann made sure my every waking moment was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. This sounds like an old novel about two very good female friends. Why ban her from her property, though? You're acting like Pearl Ann ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you. I'm into her. Is that cool? You should hang out with her again. It's not like Pearl Ann can stop you. You're probably better off without her. She's probably better off without you. Rude. There we go. Why ban her from the property, though? It's probably better for both of us that way. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. Interesting. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. What do you think of Avery? Who? Avery works at the diner, wears plaid shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? I mean, I'm sure she doesn't want to talk about Wayne. Yeah, sorry, it's a sore spot for me. Like I said, I don't know who's following you around, but it can't be him. He wasn't a creep. At some point this week, you're going to have to stop brushing off everything that's happening around town. Do you think I'm brushing things off? I'm dealing with a mine collapse right now. I'm burying my mother in 4 days. My work is what keeps this town running. Just because I'm focusing on what's in front of me doesn't mean I don't care. You coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point in arguing. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Oh, she gave me cute. Count me in. Do you want me to try to get you in with Kanika? Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Ren. Alright, well, let's return. Thanks for taking me out here. You probably have to get back to the mine soon, right? Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Major Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet you there, y'all, in there's half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Major Jimmy thing even after last night. You think the news has spread yet?
But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon.
Oh, somebody's popular.
I guess it's time to see the dog mare. Just Kanika and Stella making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day. Just folks making plans for the day. I guess it's time to see the dog mare.
Oh, is it Major Jimmy Day? What a ridiculous event. At least you know the mayor is a dog.
Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking.
Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And if Stella's gonna be there, yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over.
Oh, hello, Sumky. I'm making friends with my cousin. I love my cousin. I can fix her. I love my cousin. I love my grumpy cousin. I need to save her from this life.
How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous.
Keen eye. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha, Becca slinking behind her. This must be her mother. Tabitha, someone's coming.
What?
Excuse me, Miss Scarlet.
Can I help you?
Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor sweet innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to the new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. And don't think I won't be pressing charges. Please, Mom, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. All right. Your husband, you shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. That's not my business. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. You're here complaining about your husband being demoted? I almost tried trying to help your daughter. You're lucky your daughter, she kind of has a point. Nope. It's, your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Well, even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if that entrance to that mine was actually secured. There'll be hell to pay Tabitha Scarlet.
What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me.
Mom, can we just go, please?
If I were you, I'd listen to your brat.
You haven't heard The Last of Us. You'll see.
The Last of Us. The Last from Us. The woman storms off just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I gotta get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again.
Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight.
Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street.
I guess I'll go to the library.
It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Everybody's here. You enter the library. See, here's that run him out of town on a rail post. That was that fella. Yeah, until a Karen showed up. Stupid Karen. All right, you enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the corner of a main foyer. I swear to God, I can say foyer. Yes, you're here. Oh, your little jumpsuit is so cute. You got a little speed suit on. Oh, and look at you with your little death moth. You a fan of the Silence of the Lambs there? Hey. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Ren to the mayor for like the entire time I've known them.
It'll be worth it, trust us.
All right, shall we? I get to meet the mayor. I'm so excited. Mayor Jimmy, look at you. He's got his own little... Oh, look at they always got dog mayors. Look at all the previous dog mayors. Yep, he's a dog. Oh, he's a very beautiful dog. A little sheepdog or what do you call him? Oh, keen eye. And judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, historic buildings of Scarlet Hollow was right. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. I can't wait to replay this game with the talk to animals trait. There's so many animals in important positions that I need to talk to. There's a couple of possums in the dresser at the house. I haven't been able to say anything to them. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy little top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority to which he's been elected. I switch that around because I'm posh. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. What a good pupper! You're the best. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You gotta shake the mayor's hand. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you.
No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scritches allowed.
Well, you don't think that's more invasive? Did you already figure that out? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Oh, you want to give him licks? You want to sniff his butt? It's impossible to talk to them now that it is. Oh, well, Gretchen, calm down. Old girl, you're going to pull a muscle.
Ms. Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor.
I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Oh, she wants to kick Jimmy's ass. Kanika is quick to follow. Oh, I don't get a chance to just stay here and stare at these guys awkwardly. Look at all the mayors! Look at all the special mayors! Oh, look at this. There's good mayor. There's good mayor. Oh, you're all such good mayors. With their little ties on. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, I see them. Oh, who's this little fella? Are you Janie's husband? Because that's the only religious person I've heard of so far. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say?
I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Wren? Everybody's been buzzing about you.
I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Let's not kid ourselves. We both know Pearl Ann's in hell. I don't believe in an afterlife. Oh, thank God. I've been hoping to find a priest. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Janie mentioned you this morning. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? I don't know. I doubt it's a better place. It sounds like she was awful.
No, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead.
Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? I should go. It was nice meeting you, though.
Of course, and if you find yourselves in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me.
Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine. Sorry, bud. No priests.
Even after everything that happened last night? Nobody was hurt, but still, from what I hear, it was quite the close call. Not to doubt your resolve, but I know I would need to do some serious praying to work through the emotions from something like that. Heck, I had to pray over it anyway, and I wasn't even there to witness it. Well, if you ever feel like you're struggling and could use a good listener, you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you. You have a blessed day, Wren. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. I at least can support him supporting the mayor. Nothing to do but catch up with your companions. They were playing kind of creepy music when Whoa, hey daddy, what's up with you? Is this how you dress in a library? I mean, no body shame or anything, but I don't know, that seems like an undershirt, not a shirt.
I don't know what temperature it is, though. It could be hot as balls out here. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. He just wants to match Gretchen more. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row.
I wish we could, but especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until the spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts, and I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me.
I just hope it's possible to get rid of the thing. This is pretty serious ghost infestation? Is that what you'd call something like this?
I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I guess we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyway, I'll bring all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be all set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. We have the power of friendship on our side. We have the power of friendship on our side. Look, everybody liked it, even Gretchen. I love you, Gretchen. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable.
Well, that's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her.
Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's. Absolutely. Come on, Ren. Time to go bother our friend.
I'm going to get back to it. See y'all tonight.
Time to go. So, I finally, met... Oh, here. Before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her, even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Good call, Ren. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika sighs. All right, it's happened. Let's not get into it again. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. That's not how it works. So I finally met Pastor Deva. He seems he's got a very pastel personality. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Does he use the ones that look like $50 bills? Because if so, we should run him out of town on a rail. Y'all are right. His vibes were bad. Me and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. His vibes were bad. I didn't like his vibes. They were creepy. I'm glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental health illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. What about inviting Avery? Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yay, that's right. They're another they, them. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text him on the way over to Reese's. Head to Reese's. Reese's Pieces. All right, shall we head out? Sure. The 3 of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. There's a reason it's called a holler. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out as friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. But what if she yells at us? Oh, Reese. Oh, look at you, skinny boy. Oh, I'm so sorry you're not doing well. It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my God, dude, it's been ages. You must be Ren, right? I heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Ren updates. Gretchen starts to open at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you showed up early, Stella. Oh, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerkies stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. What about you, Ren? You coming in? I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? Oh, sure. I gotta get in here and see what's going on. Because Reese is setting off some alarm bells for Gretchen. He's so skinny. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. Well, I mean, it's the doctor's house. Isn't that how we want it? If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking into the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not putting around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and y'all can leave my house and go on about your business. I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. Well, she will know we're here because she doesn't want us here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. What? This is totally clean. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edge while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. I haven't been cleaning much. So, let's see. What are you sick with? Yeah, that's quite a movie collection. Got any? So you three go back if you need someone to pose for your paintings this week. All right, let's go with, So, yeah, I'm not going to get into your relationship with your mom. That's between you and her. Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the last couple days, weren't we? What do you think of my cousin? What do you think's going on with Wayne? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look something like out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yeah, that's what they look like. They're little fat, funny boys. Squishy faces. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Oh, tortured art boy. My name was Stella in the boat game. Stella is the girl in the speed suit. My name here was one I assigned, so I'm just called Ren. But yeah, Stella was the name of the me in the other game. Yeah. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? What do you think of my cousin? What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Ren around all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. What do you think of my cousin? I like knowing what people think of my cousin. She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow's on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I got a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there, you know? Your whole situation's gotta be rough, sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is gonna be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. I mean, his waist is smaller round than his head, so he's not doing great. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there's worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everybody else. I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Surely there must be something doctors can do for you. True, we'll all join the worms one day. We just gotta make the best of what we got. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? He already said that he doesn't know. I was thinking Munchausen symptoms, because she's a doctor. She's obviously very much about keeping him isolated from all people. I'm really getting the mom poisoning him vibe. And like, maybe that dog wasn't so much trying to get in between Reese and Stella, but trying to get in between Mom and Stella. They said they don't know what's going on. So, yeah. You don't treat chronic illness people with, well, have you tried this? True, we'll all join the worms one day. We just gotta make the best of what we got.
Ren gets me. This is a cat I can jive with.
Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Your art. I want to talk about your art. It's rad as fuck. Real Goya Black Period vibes with a healthy dose of Beksinski.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Then thank you. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. It's not exactly a popular subject in tiny K-12 rural schools, so my arts education was lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as influence.
And you're doing great, man. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online, I'm just saying.
Nah, I think I'm okay to sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads. Knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them.
Okay, but if that's the only time you ever put your art on display as a live stream during ghoul hours, then when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on?
Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Oh, Reese, buddy. Reese.
You three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and we're stuck with them through their whole school career. People like Becca. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that.
Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school.
Same here. Although, to be fair, that feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along.
It would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best of luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens.
Dinner's got to be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table.
Guess that's it for catching up.
Make sure y'all wash your hands with soap. Yeah, like if he goes into town once, does his mom then slip him more poison to make him more tired? I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am.
I'm allergic to soap.
Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air. You feel strange. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, that's a little tad creepy. It's a tad creepy, y'all. Look at this little dragon. What a cute little dragon. All right, do we think that's Reese's dad? Or is that Reese? I feel like it's Reese's dad. All right, well, I guess we're going with one of these open the doors. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and the compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well?
I need to see what's behind this door.
No, you don't. You need to wash your hands, eat dinner, and then get out of my house.
Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door.
Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Aw, yeah, there's some hinky shit going on here, y'all. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Book smart, she's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, then you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, I know it. No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Have you ever heard of factitious disorder? The danger. Factitious? What? I don't want to bring this up if I don't know what it is. What is factitious disorder? I'm going to Google it. Factitious disorder. Because that sounds... it sounds a lot like Baron Munchin's... factitious disorder. Serious mental disorder in which someone deceives others by appearing sick. Oh, nope. Nope, we're not bringing that up with her, ma'am. Hell no. You don't bring up murder to the suspected murderer. Let's do a little small talk. Food's really good. Why don't you want me poking around the clinic? Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over, hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eye, like she's glimpsing back to some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering from their defensive place by her ears. And they always had these little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. The glimmer of joy at the corner of her eye fades, her glower returns in its place. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel to your house once? Oh God, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think Doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media and very sad about the squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. My cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who isn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She had tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Ugh, that's even worse. Yeah, Ford's not a great guy to hold up. If she admired me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in here for her yearly physical, especially since her aunt and now her mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. Why didn't you want me poking around the clinic? You seemed awfully guarded about me checking out that door. It's because it's closed. Doctors don't usually let people wander around their clinics. Of course, Dr. Kelly, we would never. I'm sure Ren is just joking, right, Ren? You know, I can't say I ever felt drawn to a place before, but the secrecy is starting to make me feel awfully compelling. Stella, don't you get any ideas from Ren. No one's playing hide and seek in my private offices. Not today, not ever. Ren, she doesn't need any more bad influences. Yeah, but what if it's haunted? This place was built out of an old Civil War hospital, right? It was a TB clinic, too. Double haunted. I can't believe I never went ghost hunting here. Are you sure you don't want us to check it out? We have a whole bunch of extra experience after tonight. It's not haunted. Now drop it. He and I. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced towards her son before flitting back to the position of annoyance. I can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. You're a doctor if you've ever seen a dead body. I have. We're not bringing it up like that. I'm not... Let's see. Must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. Do you think Reese might feel better? Why he's so hell-bent? Reese is a talent artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. He didn't like that. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. But maybe he doesn't have to. Ow, geez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, we're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour, now that I've drugged you. I'm not going to bring that up at dinner. Jesus. Let's talk about the danger. See any weird hairless creatures? Anybody come in suffering from... Have you seen any sick animals lately? Have there been any... Do you know Sam Wayne? Oh, that's right. His name is Sam Wayne. Have the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last I heard, they still haven't found it. Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No, Duke, he definitely died. I saw the footage. And I saw it for myself in person. So did Ren. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Stella said it was those things in the woods. The ditchlings. They made him misfire. Ditchlings? Oh, I see. This was for one of your videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lend any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt that something happened to him, but I'm sure there were no little ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mom, outside my window at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? Are you sure they weren't just raccoons or... Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow. Oh, you can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Any strange... You seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like... Ditchlings! Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave this discoveries to someone else. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. You know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Ren around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help. So please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. You're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Ren ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Return. Yeah. I'm going to remain silent. We're going to pick at that store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Ren is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing some of my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to have permission from my mom to just have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try to fix it. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. That's a conflict of interest. You should not be doing that. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Don't think we don't know something is up here. You seem... I don't want to push her. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of the lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. All right, did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? Okay, so something's wrong with him and she's trying to keep it under wraps. Oh, hey, baby.
What you playing?
This is Scarlet Hollow.
Oh, okay, great.
I am the cousin whose estranged aunt just died, and so I've come into town this week for the funeral.
Does it make you a niece?
Well, no, because the main character I interact with is Tabitha, my cousin. I guess I am also a niece, although not anymore, because she's dead.
Still a niece.
Nope.
Yep.
All right, let's look at this here. All right, first, we're going to explore. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try to break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Ren got. Do either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on. She has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone is afraid of anyone in that house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We should probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Booksmart. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often the ghosts in stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghosts metaphors, too? Before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, the ditchlings grow bolder. Oh, I see one. I think that's one over there. Oh, and there's another one. Look at them little boogery faces. Enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after Ellis. Ellis? Who's Ellis? It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, sexy. What you doing? I don't know why, but like him going from button-down shirt and like jacket yesterday to just plain black tank top is really throwing me for a loop every time I see him. It's like, oh, you trying to seduce me, Oscar? Excuse me?
Oh, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay?
Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. Maybe he's a vampire and he can't eat real food.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I came fully loaded. I got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines.
Excuse me?
I wasn't about to carry everything around all day, and this way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. This is how I play Phasmophobia. You just take some stuff in there and chuck it, leave it running, then go back out to the van and see if you can just tell what's happening from far away. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again.
I hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff?
Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry.
Where's Scarlet?
It's downstairs. You got coffee downstairs.
Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Offer a handy or two, eh?
Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight.
Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. People tell me they saw a ghost. Who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there? I'm just saying. Anything seems possible right now.
I got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. I'm fucking saying it. I've got a bad feeling about this. Who knows how many more are lurking around here?
Are those the monsters you saw in the woods? Just once, I'd like to actually see some of this stuff myself.
Trust me, you don't. If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Those mines were chock full of ghosts last night. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. There's nothing unexplainable about a mine collapse. Whatever weird stuff we saw last night was probably just a gas leak. There could always be a rational, non-supernatural explanation to what I saw last night. Like aliens. Like aliens. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. I swear it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time. Just not this week, apparently. Yeah, you can tell from all the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time, and it's decided to be a little more obvious about it now.
The leaves are really pretty this time of year, though.
They sure are. See? It has its charms. Oh, this shit. Yeah, that's right. Zane, your t-shirts. All right, he's growing on me because he's got a t-shirt with his own name on it, and I can really get behind that sort of vibe. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts.
I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and...
That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here.
Well, if y'all are interested in getting started, through the back. Follow me.
You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction, connecting Oscar's house and the library.
Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually kicks off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect.
You haven't even been in the house. Whoa. Why'd y'all look at me? Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you?
Rosalina, I thought you were at Alexis's place.
Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hey, Zane, what's up?
Yo.
You don't have to leave me out of this stuff anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house.
I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there.
I mean, Zane's coming. It's not like tonight's an adults-only event. Oh?
They got a good point, Mr. G.
Yeah, I don't want to be coddled just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. Yeah, we can totally handle this.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay?
Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. Yeah! Let's endanger teens. Capital T. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. How did you not come in here for a week? How do you not go in your house for a week? Kenai, aside from the painting on the floor, this living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world.
Okay, it looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural.
None of my equipment is picking anything up around the picture. But I'll set up the camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. Oh, it's that painting. That's an image from the tapestry of a unicorn hunt. I've got a book with that on the cover. I think I've got a puzzle for it as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Medieval art.
You may want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall.
Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Yeah, the gang's all here. We got everybody. Everybody's doing it. Yay! Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! Great, she's here. Wow, Ren, you really brought the whole gang together again today.
I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know.
Yeah, don't bring that up. I can kind of see why Kanika has an issue with you. Yeah, I know. We all know. Ren, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? What? I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah, so what? Like it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Ren, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it.
Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder?
It does. It sure does. I definitely feel that.
Same. I've got chills.
The temperature gun says it's actually a couple degrees cooler, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house.
Wow, a genuine cool spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity.
Is that it? This isn't very scary.
I feel a presence.
Come on, ghost. It's your boy. Scooby-Doo. All right, gang. I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. We're wasting our time here. Said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Explore. Wait, Rosalina? If the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I have only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out.
I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library.
Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. You're so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Come on, ghost. All right, let's ghosts. We're wasting our time in here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right?
Oh, you scaredy baby.
Wait, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up.
Don't be shitty. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How are we exactly are we going to get rid of it once we find it? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something?
Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. It sounds fun to me. We might as well give it a try, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I'd rather not take the chance. Once one ghost is enough to deal with, I don't much like the thought of opening the door for something worse.
Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost has really freaked you out.
Okay.
Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing.
Well, let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me.
All right. Ooh, creepy stain. That matches Wayne's shirt. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Wow.
This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain.
Yeah, that's got to be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either.
Then your equipment is wrong. This stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count. It just keeps coming back.
It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here.
Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to.
Oh, good idea.
I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before.
You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha.
Whatever, how was I supposed to know that?
Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things.
If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest.
Ghost blood. Have you tried tearing up the carpet?
In a house owned by the government? No, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of the carpet every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'd just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there was a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha about anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Plus, there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way for sure to tell for sure. Oh, Stella, you're so exuberant. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet.
Oh dear.
You're doing the government a favor, really.
We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it.
Fuck yeah, there's a fucking trapdoor. Ha! Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained reddish brown. There's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anybody going down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch!
Nope.
All right. There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone doesn't want us going down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has got to be long gone, right?
There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement.
And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it.
Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound.
Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that.
It's not blood. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I've tested it.
What? Well, you tested it wrong. Oh, they spoke at the same time. They hate that. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way! There's an old hatch in the floor that somebody tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there.
Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice.
I'm going for it. I'm all about getting in them crevices. Holy shit, what?
Oh, shit. What?
You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Some friend Stella turned out to be. She keeps ditching me. Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? It was the ghost. Okay, what the hell is going on? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door here. Wait, we're not done ghost hunting. What if the others are passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper in the library? No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly. Whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Whoa! Excusey? Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drift on the breeze. Yeah, I'm with you, Tabitha. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. Oh, do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Oh, geez, y'all. Look at all this business. Is that a horse? That just looks like a horse head there. Oh, there's a bird. Hey, bird. All right, Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? This is so cool. Did we die? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Did we die? It's not cool. Your thoughts frozen, trying to place what just happened to you. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Oh, hey! Oh! Stella, how you guys doing? Oh, did you get, like, mold-ridden? What's going on here? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Is this what ghost hunts are usually like? Holy shit. Stella, you scared me. I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Yeah, Stella, it's us. Quit being worried. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, this is definitely dreams. Stella, are you okay? You don't look so good right now. You're just pranking us, right? Oh, ooh. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. I'm not scared of Father. Okay, what is this? Some kind of scene? Wow, great job. You got me. You can stop now. Oh, a flash of pain in Stella's eyes tells you that she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She's in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Western Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up! She can't. She's clearly possessed. How do we snap her out of this? I'm more important than your responsibilities. She can't. She's clearly possessed. By what? Edwardine Scarlet? Tabitha tenses. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. Let her go, please. Oh no! She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. I don't think we're in the woods. Hell no, I'm not going back in that house. Hold my hand, Tabby. I'm scared. We should hold hands for safety. Not because either of us are scared. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden, greenhouse, whatever it is. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. There can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walk forward, and reach for the doorknob. Oh! Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Oh, no. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. Kids... Oh, you kids should have stayed in the library. I can't believe we're going to have to rescue again. Wait, are there multiple ghosts? Charlie and now Junior? Do you think it hurts them? Charlie and now Junior. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person? Please, he's only a child. We'll live peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. We're seeing the scattered memories of what's left of a life, aren't we? What's left of Charlie's life. If she weren't possessed, Stella would love this so much. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? God, this sucks. Is there symbolism? There does seem to be a bunch of symbolism, but I wonder how many of the rooms there are. God, this sucks. Maybe it wasn't actually this bad. Maybe it's exaggerating things. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I think there's more to this ghost than just the mine collapse. We're still missing a lot of the story here. What more could there possibly be? We get it, ghost. You have trauma. But I've got news for you. We all have trauma, and most of us don't use it as an excuse to trap people in some sort of psychedelic funhouse. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for them. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. There's like sheep stuff, and there's these little guys. Angels done be broken. God doesn't like things. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens in a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. What did you call him? Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things look are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. Who'd you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. All right, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave. We know that we are not possessed, as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. Shall we? You're right. There's only one way to get out of get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. Yeah, it's not getting better. You're outside and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. Oh, Kanika, you poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, these scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden and after the collapse. Does the shadow keep getting closer? After the garden and after the collapse. That's exactly what I was thinking. This has to be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would have been if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah. It definitely looks like there's more to it than this. I'm gonna play along. That's all I want. What should I do? She said youngin', so I guess we're talking to an old person? AKA someone who's been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Has there been some kind of theme with the possessions? Like, who's playing what role? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Yeah, something... Yeah, what happened to our parents? Why wouldn't I... What do you even know about my parents? What do you even know about my parents? The powers that work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. You can identify some of the plants in this room. There's Jimson weed, monk's hood, and what either is Queen Anne's lace or poison hemlock. Some pretty toxic stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, heavily associated with witches. Could explain the moon as well. Okay, so there are evil plants. How helpful. And the moon could mean anything. It probably just means that it's nighttime. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down and be careful. And good luck to both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find a way out. Unless you have any ideas, which I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end, or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you, sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Oh, Wayne.
There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they?
Talk? Hey, Wayne, you want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it.
Let Ren speak. I'm no enemy.
Don't listen to it either.
What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Ren. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? That girl won't let you, will she? Stella, is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon if she makes it out alive.
Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. So Wayne is connected to the ditchlings. He knew something about them. I don't know anything about that, and I don't care to find out. But if that gets you to stop engaging him in conversation, then sure, he's connected to the ditchlings, and he's super evil and bad, and talking to him will curse you, or whatever it is those things are supposed to do. Oh, jeez Louise. Two, you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. Oh no. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small.
I'm sorry, boy. I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now.
So Oscar is Charles Sr., bottles and rails. So this is the dad, played by a dad. Yeah, Charles Shaw Sr. You should probably know about him by now. Everyone in Scarlet Hollow knows about him. But they don't know about his son. What do you know about Charles Jr.? As much as you do. I didn't even know there was a Charles Jr. until tonight. Besides, the ghost is filling us in more than enough on his life story. I'm sure we'll both end up on experts on everything Charles Jr. by the time this is over, if it ever ends.
Damn it, Junior, how many times have I to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back.
Oh, what bullshit. Strike a nerve? Something on your mind? People really need to learn how to let things go. Let the spirit talk.
You're right. I've been using that as an excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer.
I'm guessing this request didn't really pan out. You think that's why he was getting so close with Edwardine? So wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina, before the scene with Stella? I don't know, maybe you are a murderer. Seems to me like you killed yourself. Alright, Dad, I won't let you down. Do you think this is why he was getting close with Edwardine? I don't know, I guess it's possible, but it doesn't look like it panned out.
Damn it, boy, we may not have till the morning, and Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for.
I promise. Oh, there he goes. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears into the hole left by the bed, leaving you to follow. Follow her. Yo. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over the both of you. Both all of it and all of you. Oh, I see him there.
Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave.
Are the bars metaphorical or are they real? You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if any of this did happen, who's to say this is even close to an accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man.
No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies, like you, Charles Shaw.
The castle, the goat knight, the unicorn. Tabitha, does our family have a history of locking folks up in some sort of rich people dungeon? Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? I, too, hate the Scarlets, except for lovely Edwardine. Please do tell me of their secrets and lives. Charles was my father's name. I'm Charlie. Goat Knight. The castle, the Goat Knight, and the unicorn are the estate, Charles Jr., and Edwardine, I'm guessing, but that's definitely not her behind those bars. No, definitely not.
A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit, and will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out?
Tabitha's eyes go wide. But if this is the estate, is there a room with bars on the window? Shh, let it talk. I think it might be important.
You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine.
Oh. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Let's just leave the scene. You not want me to let you out? Stop talking, we might miss something.
But that's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now.
Remain silent.
You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there?
This mysterious figure has the right idea. Killed it. There's the beach again. A lot of these are shredded. Why should I trust you?
You've been talking to the witch, then? How very interesting.
Charlie, get away from that door. Don't listen to it. Stella? I promise we'll figure out our witch is real. I'll listen to it. Eddie, what the hell is going on? How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Can we talk now? What do you know about this place? Are we related to Charlie? Do you know where in the state we're supposed to be right now? If this is even a real place and not some sort of garbled mess of metaphor and memory, it would probably be in the Forbidden Wings, at least going off of the location of the windows. It's been sealed off for at least a decade, though. There's no point in thinking about it, okay? I don't want you getting any ideas and sneaking around and falling to your death through a hole in the floor. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place, hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. Creepy. Everything's been pretty creepy. Lots of little lambs. Puppets, dolls. You and your cousin find yourself crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Ugh, I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Neither of them ever left the shadow of their parents, did they? We gotta be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. That's extra creepy. Is she doing a baby voice? Alright. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end on things on. I can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Although I wish I could make it move like you can. And you could even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Oh, is that why everyone's been moving so weirdly when they've been possessed? He's got a thing with puppets. Dang, even possessed Stella's out here trying to monetize hobbies. We're near the end. I'm not in it for the money. These wooden dolls are merely a stepping stone for the real deal. People. That's the plan. Maybe you can come with me and we both can avoid the terrible things that are going on in this town. Alright, he's got a thing with puppets. He sure does. A traveling show? And you want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard Outer Banks is the most beautiful place in the world. I wish we could go back in time all those years ago and tell them what we know. Again with the beach. Look, we live in a state with some of the most gorgeous beaches, and we're stuck up here in the hills. I know the mountains are pretty, but of course folks who live up here would want to get away to someplace that's complete opposite, right? Thank you, Charlie. I always wanted to see the ocean. Oh, there's somebody's feet. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Oh, okay, they're not hanging, but they're kind of... Oh, sorry, Gretchen. Oh, you're welcome. You did a wonderful show. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. We're the final performers, aren't we? You should open it. I'm opening it. We must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? I'm opening it. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh God, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Uh-oh. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. It means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Uh-huh. Eddie? Oh, okay. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Are we in hell? Maybe in purgatory? Okay. Everyone is missing and we're suspended in an infinite void. Do we start walking or what? Did you see the tear running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know? We only saw one side of the story. Well, it's not like we can even get Edward Eanes' perspective on things unless she's also a ghost. Let's hope she isn't. Oh, we're gonna get judged. Ugh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Tabitha's the one you want. I didn't even step foot. Sorry you died. Don't answer it.
You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood.
Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much.
Until you do, I cannot die.
I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask for is some of your years to pay for the years that were taken from me. What? What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you.
The sins of the father
are laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. Booksmart, you're on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. Advocate for yourself. If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan, then? Your plea is met with silence, but silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. For all your focus on the collapse and your death, have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets. We might be Shaws. Okay, let's look at this. You're losing sight of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody is keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. The memories you showed us were rife with overblown metaphor and exaggeration. How can you possibly pass judgment on us if you're no longer anchored in reality? You were told to leave, repeatedly. You knew the risks and chose to stay anyways. Why should the sins of our forefathers be passed on to us? Were Charles Shaw's sins passed on to you? Well, yes. Yes, they were. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? We can help actually right the wrongs of your past. Whoops. But only if you let us go. More silence. Keep going. For all your focus on the collapse and your death, have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets. We might be Shaws. A fresh tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. That one's... Nope. You don't need anything from us to move on. You're no longer anchored in reality. There's two different ways we can... Because I don't know if this is true. They might actually be trapped here is the thing. And yes, they were. So I'm not going to ask that question. We'll try this. Whether you realize it or not, nobody is keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. The jury box is pulled away as you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. Kenai, though the form before you barely resembles anything human, you can still read so much in its eyes. The agony of the decades it spent trapped down here. Desperate tears of a tortured being that for the first time in its existence can see its freedom hovering just over the horizon. It's time for your closing argument. You don't need to take anything from us. You've kept yourself as a prisoner here just like you've kept us. just like you've kept our friends. All you have to do is let go. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find the truth out of what happened to you and Eddie and your child, Charlie. You can finally relax because your burdens are now ours. Yeah, I like that one the best. Uh-oh. Tabitha wasn't into that. She gave me a look. Lots of lamb killing. Oh. Oh. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Yep, going through the crazy garden. Thorns and globs and whatnot. There's his feet. He must have been mowing grass because he's got a bunch of junk on the bottom of his feet. Well, here we're up and out here now. Is everybody gonna be okay? Uh-oh, yep, there you go. Doing all your puppetry business. Oh, Charlie Jr. You were kind of a creep, that's for sure. And then everything fades to black. Oh, nice! Ha! My achievement is the best. It's the Haunted Turnabout. That's an Ace Attorney reference. Just keep talking. You and Tabitha come to in a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit that this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Wren. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh. So that actually worked. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Oh ho. We'll see if you still feel that way in the morning. I don't want to spend another second down here. No, we got to poke at that shallow ground. That's definitely a body. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches you dig. Yep, Charles' mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. We shouldn't just leave him here, right? Maybe we can come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial. Yeah, we should do that. Pour salt on his bones, light him on fire, that sort of thing. I don't know. Let's leave. So, Sybil's got some actual mysticism going on, huh? Yeah, I guess. She knows things. It's good to know someone who knows things. Let's just get out of here, okay? Yep, let's get out of here. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the fun house. I'm gonna go wait by the car. The last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. I understand, girlie. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. Yeah, I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. He seems cool. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore.
My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least.
Is it really gone? Yeah, it's over. Could have been a Hail Mary. I just saved all your skins through the power of my master debate skills. Yeah, it's over. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that.
That's incredible. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. To think that ghosts are actually real. Stella's got to be over the moon right now.
Does she look over the moon? Read the room, Avery. Actually, wait, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there by herself. That isn't like her. Go talk to Stella. Don't just holler over. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Ren. Your channel is going to go wild for that stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm so sorry, Ren. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. Oh. What if she's still... she's not doing that. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. What?
I think she's a bit of a flake.
What the fuck? Should we go after her? I think she needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. And he vaguely threatens Stella if I keep poking around. Were you all conscious the whole time? There's another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, and there's another one in the clinic?
I'm sorry I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? This is news to me, too.
I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow.
I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I let this happen?
Couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. You're right, you should have stopped us. Let's say something nice.
Well, I should have done a better job of warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us.
Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You tried. If you couldn't have stopped us, if you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put the ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. Will they? I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about here? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay.
There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live there.
Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Ren for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea.
The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt.
And I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful.
I was just cold.
I should head back with Tabitha.
And I should probably head back inside. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night.
Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar.
I will. Thank you, all of you, again.
I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika warily tracks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. You swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon. You and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Wren. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. He and I can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Mom. What was that? I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be all right. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better. I gotta admit the tea has been nice. I'll put a kettle on as soon as we get home.
I guess it's just the two of us now. You want to have a post-ghost bang?
So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others.
None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. Prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries.
Got some shared trauma with everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't know things would be like this.
Are you kidding? This was incredible. You were incredible. I don't even know how you pulled off what you did back there. I know it wasn't exactly the kind of evening we thought it'd be, but that was the kind of experience I think a lot of people would kill for. My body hurts, my soul is unsettled, but I would honestly do it all over again. Thanks, Wren. I really appreciate you inviting me along. Anyway, I'd better head home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up.
Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. Let's get the fuck asleep. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. I'm gonna say thanks. That place would have been a lot worse without you. Don't mention it. We're family. Do you trust me now? I don't like having to answer questions like that. They're the sort of thing Perlan would turn into a weapon. There was always an ulterior motive with that woman. But yeah, sure. I trust you. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You don't always have to ask her questions. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out in one piece. I want to talk about Wayne, really talk. Do you think Stella is okay emotionally? She wandered off back there and I'm worried about her. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard the old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? Not that we needed help, apparently, but how was I supposed to know you were able to just talk a ghost into submission? I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin's size. What do you want to know? Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. So Wayne's a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm so exhausted I can't think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it anyway? Either way, he's bad news, and you'd best steer clear. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No. He's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. I don't want to talk about my trauma too much. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. I'll do my best. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week is hump day. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. End of the Twilight Saga Tequila Sunset Resonance. Oh, we hope to have episode 4 released before the end of the year. All right, we're going to save this. And if we we'll come back to play this again once we've got more. All right, so I went ahead and saved it. Continue. This is what we've got so far. Folks, Rebellion. The teams. Oh, they got their own little song. That's great. Sins of the Father. Oh, this is pretty cool. Testers. Testers continued. That's pretty rad. All right. Well, as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And have a good day out there. We're going to go ahead and see who's out there to maybe zoom in on. We got anybody running? Nothing that I'm really feeling right now, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just call it a day. As always, I already said my ending, so goodbye for now. Take care, y'all.